For today's lessons, we're going to be comparing and ordering integers. So it says graph the integers on the number line. List the integers in the correct order from the directions given, either from least to greatest or greatest to least. So remember, when you're looking at a horizontal number line, if you're going from least to greatest, least is to the left and greatest is to the right. If you're going from greatest to least, you're going from the right to the left. On a vertical number line, which is up and down, least to greatest means bottom to the top, and greatest to least means from top to bottom. So for our first example, we're going to graph the integers shown in the table and then list the numbers from greatest to least, so let's underline that, and from least to greatest. So we're going to have two sets of numbers. So our first number is -5. I'm going to rewrite this so you can see it a little better. -5, 4, 0, -3, -6, and 2. Okay, so let's start with -5 first. You always want to look at the sign in front of the number. In this case, we have a negative, so that means that we're going to go to the left of 0 because it's a horizontal number line. So let's start at 0, which is a neutral number, and we're going to go to -5, or 5 spaces to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to put a closed dot at number 5, -5. +4. So if you notice there's no negative sign in front of this, you don't see a plus sign either. So if there's not a sign in front of it, that means that it is positive. So we're going to start at 0 and go 4 spaces to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next one is 0. So we know that 0 is neutral. Put a dot at 0. The next one is -3. So over -1, -2, -3. -6, so over -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. +2, so we have +1, +2. So now the direction asks us to do from greatest to least first. So greatest means your largest value numbers. So if you look at the number line, we know that the largest value numbers are the numbers all the way to the right. And then as I go to the left, the numbers are getting smaller. So we can look at all the way to the right, and we have 4 listed first as our largest value. So 4 comes first, then +2, then 0, -3, -5, and -6. And then it asks us to do from least to greatest. So least on a horizontal number line is to the left. You can remember that least and left, they both start with an L, so that's an easy way to remember it. Least goes to the left. So we're going to go all the way to the left, and we see -6. That is our smallest value, so that goes first. Then we have -5, -3, 0, 2 and 4, sorry. 2 and 4. Okay, so we have greatest to least and least to greatest. So let's look at example number 2. I'm going to move this up. Graph the integers shown in the table and then list the numbers from greatest to least and least to greatest. So our gains and losses, so Andre has 7, Bria has -2, Carla has -5, Daniel has 2, and Ethan has 4. So let's first create our own vertical number line on the left. So in the middle, let's do 0. And as we go up, our values are getting larger. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then when we go below 0, it is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, and -8. So let's first graph these. So Andre has 7, and it's a +7 because we do not see a negative in front of it. So we need to go up 7 spaces to the number 7. Bria has -2 or -2. So we're going to start at 0 and go down 2. So -1, -2. Carla has -5, so we're going to start at 0 and go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Daniel has positive 2. So we're going to go to 0 and go up 1, up 2. And Ethan has positive 4. So we're going to start at 0 and go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so now the directions are asking us to order them from greatest to least. So greatest on a vertical number line means from top to bottom. So from the greatest, we're going to go all the way to the top, which starts with 7. So we got 7, 4, 2, -2, and -5. So 7 is our greatest, -5 is our least. So now let's look at least to greatest. So least on a vertical number line is from the bottom to the top. So the bottom is -5, -2, +2, 4, and 7. If you look here, when we went from greatest to least and then least to greatest, all we did was flip these numbers around. So if it ended with -5 on the least, that means it would start with -5 on the least over here. And then -2, +2, 4, and 7.